Muting out now. Well, hello and welcome to Friday. I'd like to say hello to Michael and Froggy, and I'm here with Cornet. How are you doing, pal?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so glad today is over. Oh, they made me work for my money today, I'll tell you that. Jeez. I think my muscles are like, my arms are sore. I had over 100 deliveries, 100 stops, nearly 150 parcels, and most of them were over 20 kilos. So yeah, it's been a really heavy day.
Okay.
So.
Oh, and welcome to Michael and Froggy. Well, Froggy, at least you're here, you know. Even though you didn't hear a notification. You're still here, so that's good.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You're here, you made it. Yay! It's Friday.
Exactly.
I'm having a drink. So, cheers to everybody. And seeing as I have alcohol in one glass and non-alcohol in the other glass, cheers.
Cheers to you too.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well,
Yeah.
guess what, Peeps? It's here. It's finally here. Galileo has arrived. Slanchifa.
Yeah.
That's Gaelic for cheers.
Proost.
Yeah. Salut.
Squanner.
Damn it, I've run out.
Prosit.
Okie dokie. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Was a big update, Michael? I wouldn't know. I always let my computer run, so it updated somewhere today. I have no idea how big it was.
Yeah, I left my PC on overnight, so it would do it automatically as soon as it dropped.
I can see actually. 527.4 max download. I've seen bigger ones.
Yeah.
And it updated at 5:29 AM this morning. So yeah. Anyhow.
Alrighty.
Shall we talk update?
Icarus Galileo update, fishing and mystery and achievements. Galileo is here, a full fishing system with 53 species. Holy cow. A bestiary to
Holy fish.
complete. Yeah, holy smackaronis, dude. And a full set of Steam achievements. What? I did notice that I managed to gain 6 achievements last night. So that we know that that's working.
Yeah.
Alrighty, if you please,
Hey,
Courtney.
Froggy, I did put the correct time in, yes? Or did I put the wrong times in?
Let me check. Announcements.
I thought I had the correct PST
Twin.
EST times.
I couldn't tell you about that.
5 hour and 8 hour difference with GMT. Yeah, I said 2:15, but okay. Now I know. I want to know. Let's have a look, shall we? If it's time. Ah, for you it's 3:15. Okay, so you're not in PST time zone then.
Alrighty.
Pacific time is indeed 2:19 now. So, phew, at least I did put the correct
Hey
ones in.
Jake, welcome. Good to see you. Galileo's here. What?
Hey Jake, welcome.
Froggy's on mountain time.
Ah, yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, we did play this video last week, so not going to play it tonight. But just for those who haven't seen Jake,
Hi, I'm Jake Dodatsky.
that's what he looks like. And that's what he sounds like. So, if you please, Corny, kick us off.
Sure. Galileo, yay, it's finally here.
Woohoo!
So, our first named update in the new cadence, with small updates every week and a large update every so often, brings the long-awaited fishing system. Fishing 53 species, 3 rods, 23 lures, and so much more. Catch, record, display, and fillet a range of marine life, with their own minigame and dedicated fishing book, as we've seen yesterday in yesterday's stream.
Yeah.
The bestiary is your one-stop shop guide to all of Icarus's fauna, giving unique lore, perks, unlocks, and advantages as you hunt, kill, skin, and display your conquests.
Cool.
Again, we showed it yesterday, so yeah.
Mm.
And finally, Steam achievements, trading cards, badges, backgrounds, and emoticons have all been added for you to complete, trade, unlock, and display on your Steam profiles. We've also made balance changes to address all this new content and included a small decorative DLC for people who wish to decorate their base with mineral lamps or artwork, and support our continued development of Icarus. Again, yesterday we did the paintings. We didn't do the geode lamps, the mineral lamps, didn't really see them.
No, we didn't.
We did show the.
We showed blueprints, but we didn't actually make any.
We did show the paintings. So.
Oh yeah, the paintings are so cool.
I know, right?
And our favorite picture is there.
Oh yeah.
And just to let, in case those who didn't catch yesterday's gameplay, our favorite picture is my profile icon. So that went up outside I actually moved it from inside. I put it up outside the door last night. It was brilliant.
Yep.
Free source of light.
Yeah, you can use it as base lighting. Just put paintings up all on the walls. And,
yeah.
Free source of light for your base. You don't need no fuel. You don't need no electricity.
Oh, they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Fluorescent paints. Nice.
Love them.
So, let's jump in, enjoy, and we'll see you out on the war. Righty-ho.
Fishing. Fishing provides a new way to engage with Icarus that's not focused on combat. With enough challenge to keep you engaged and the serenity of a peaceful evening by the lakeside, the time just flies by as you cast your line. It's the same in real life too, yeah. Let's start with the numbers. Excuse me. There are 53 species of fish to catch in Icarus, and they can be found in any body of water, from lakes and rivers to babbling brooks and raging waterfalls. The world is your oyster, or your fish.
And in this case, the war is your oyster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Me
And we have a
like it.
picture here of like 32 of the fish species.
Yeah. I can't even remember which one I caught last night.
One of the trouts, I believe.
The
Was it trout?
Nah,
I don't know. Whatever.
can't remember. All I can remember is that it was bigger than yours.
Size doesn't matter. Well, it does. Yeah. Well, yours might be bigger, but mine was better quality, so.
Yeah. There
Quality over quantity, you know?
well, depends on the context of it. Seriously.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There are 3 different fishing rods to use, from basic wooden rods to more advanced versions. The better quality of your rod, the easier it is to catch the rarer species. There are 23 lures you can craft and attach to your rod. Each lure is unique, with its own design and advantages for catching different fish species. Experimenting with different lures, fishing spots, and rods gives you the best chance of catching all 53 species. Each catch will unlock more information in the fishing book, giving you tips and tricks to employ on your next expedition.
So here are shown 20. Let's see, 1822 of the lures are being shown here. Not sure which one is missing, but hey. Supposedly
Okay.
there are 23, so.
Or maybe it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Some kind of lock lure.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. There are also 2 different fishing traps you can place in any body of water that will catch fish native to that area in the map. These will also slowly fill up with trash as the water current flows through them, so they require a little maintenance to keep them effective. That sounds much like the water wheels.
Although, remark here. So yesterday the trap I had in the lake had 4 fish. So I'm not sure whether or not like sport plants or so will be fleshed out to make place for new fish. Or I was very lucky to have 4 fish in the trap.
Sounds like you were just lucky to get 4 fish.
Maybe. Michael asks, is anyone going to make a new character, all fisherman talents? Maybe, Michael, maybe. I have a couple of characters like the styx character, my main character, the new main character. I have a farmer, which is only level 51 still. I could make a fisherman as well.
Yeah, that might
but
be interesting.
I have to say, I still have to look into the whole fishing talent tree to see. I mean, I might do. I might take my farmer character, and the farmer character also has quite a few points spent in husbandry. I could do fishing talent for that character as well. We have like 30 extra talent points max per player per character, so I might spend a few of those in the fishing tree. So make one character for farming and fishing and animal training. I don't know yet. I have to look. I still have to look into those talents. See which talents are most worth of speccing into.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out too. Alrighty. You can also craft and bring a tackle box that functions as a storage container, which is suitable for keeping your fish fresh when you're away from your base. It can also serve your lures, rods, and traps, keeping them organized in one place.
I have not tried putting a trap in a tackle box yet. I thought it had only spots for 2 fish and 3 lure, but maybe you can switch out lure for a trap. I don't know.
Well, how many slots does it have?
5 total. 2 of them are dedicated for fish. As far as I know, you can't put anything else in those slots.
Okay.
But then again, I have not tried it. Oh, you can't. It's a mistake. I'll fix it now. Well, you can't put. Oh wait, you mean you cannot switch out a lure for a trap? Okay. So you're supposed to be able to put a trap in one of the 3 top slots. I'll fix it now. That might point towards a hotfix.
Yeah, sounds like it.
A question
It's
is
just
it important enough for a hotfix?
Jake says it's just lures and fish, no fish.
I'll fix the patch note. Yeah, that's also a way of fixing things. Yep.
Yeah. No traps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just lures and fish, but no fish. So it's only lures. Okay, yeah.
Alrighty. You also have the option to display your impressive catches with 3 new wall mounts, or keep a selection of fish in 2 new aquariums. Choose whichever suits your preference.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the aquarium and a couple of them.
Yeah, you had
Wall
both
mounts.
the mounts and the
The advanced aquarium.
yeah.
Keep in mind though, the aquariums do need an active power and war connection. My water wheels filled up, so I had no power and there's no war in my base for a period of time, and the fish are now almost dead. I'm not sure whether or not they're gonna recover health. Would be nice if they would.
Yeah.
And otherwise they will die next time my power runs out, and then I'll have to catch new fish to put in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they've got water, they've got light, and they've got food, then it kind of follows that they would regen health. They should
There is
regen
no such
health.
thing as fish food.
No?
No, I haven't seen anything like that. So
Oh.
could be mistaken, but I don't think there is.
Oh, we'll have to ask Jake to see if we can't get some fish food so that we can.
Yes. Now we're talking, Jake. Now we're talking.
Yeah. I'm afraid his fish have like maybe 3 or 4 millimeters worth of health left, and it's a dark brown.
Yeah,
So
they're not looking too good.
yeah, no, they are some sick fish. Almost said sick puppies, but they're actually fish. So there you go. So yeah, it would be nice if we could nurse them back to health.
Yeah, would save me the effort of catching new fish. But then again, hey, it's all part of that game.
Yeah, but you've got some rare fish in there, so we don't want them to die.
No, the common fish. Maybe an uncommon, but there's no rare fish in there. Yet.
Okay. And finally, the new fishing bench is your hub for all things fishing. The left side of the bench is your workspace or craft for crafting rods, lures, and traps. And the right side is for filleting your catches into saltwater or freshwater fillets to be used in a range of new recipes to prepare you and your fellow prospectors.
So when I read about saltwater village, I was like, here was thinking all war in Icarus was fresh war, but from what I've read, salt water is in the desert.
Oh. Well,
Don't
that's
ask
interesting.
me how the prospector can still drink from the lake proper without dying of thirst, which usually happens when you drink salt water, but saltwater fish you should
Yeah, but we
look for in the desert.
we also eat an awful lot of salted food and we don't get extra thirsty. So,
Yeah, but you fill up your canteen in the desert, in the lake.
yeah, that's true.
But hey, details.
Semantics.
It's not a
Alrighty.
typo, but it's just details.
Okay. Would you like to take us through the fishing mechanics, please?
Yeah. With all this new content, we have spent considerable time working on the gameplay mechanics to create a unique experience that feels different from other parts of Icarus. To catch fish, players need to snag one on their hook and then battle them in a minigame as you wrestle to reel them in. If successful, you'll then be able to admire your catch and check out its stats. There's a picture there showing you this little fish icon which moves left to right, and you have to put the blue box over the fish in order to reel it in.
And you do that by pressing your left mouse button to go left and your right mouse button
Nope.
to go right.
No. Left mouse button to go right and release the mouse button to go left. If you press the right mouse button, you cancel your reeling and you basically unhook the fish. Don't do that if you want to catch that fish.
Well, that's what I was doing last night.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Press left mouse button to move the blue box to the right and release it. Release the mouse button to like let go of the line again.
Oh, okay. Oh well, I was just button mashing last night, I think.
Yeah, Jakes is bioengineered fish that are salt war, or the suit filters out salt from the war. That last part, I would say go for that last part, Jake. Suit filters out salt water, salt from the war. Because also when you drink in a cave, caves quite often being mineral rich environment, salt is a mineral. So the water in caves should contain a high amount of minerals as well. I'm not sure whether or not the water in caves have saltwater fish, but it would make sense.
Yeah, kinda.
In a certain way.
Sorta. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. The suit, the helmet and suit filter out all the sand and toxins from the air and stuff, so it would make sense.
Not the moist from the air, because you still get the cave lung when you're in the cave too long. But...
Yeah, but it filters out the toxins from the atmosphere and stuff that
actually,
we would otherwise be
you need
breathing,
the oxygen tank. So you're not breathing the outside air.
Oh, true.
But yeah, I need like a filter in the suits to filter out the salt from the war.
Yeah,
anyway.
that would make sense. I'm insta thinking of the
Yeah, the UDA was real cheap. Filter is pretty rubbish. Yep, indeed.
Yeah, okay.
Here it states, by the way, hey? So there are 53 different species of fish, each with varying weights and lengths. They come in 4 different rarities. Common, uncommon, rare, and unique, I believe. They have unique quality rankings. Additionally, fish can be found in either saltwater or freshwater. Freshwater fish are more commonly found in the forest and Arctic environments. Arctic, I reckon, caves in Arctic. While the desert is more likely to be home to saltwater varieties. So, to find all 53 species, you'll have to get exploring, as some rarer species are only found in some of the more remote locations of Icarus. And I reckon there will be very specific locations for some of the unique fish.
I wonder if that would include a deep pond inside a very large cave.
Very specific large cave, like only found in this here cave, for example.
Yeah,
I mean, after all, it's a unique fish, so
yeah. That would be good.
Yeah.
We'll have to get hunting for that.
anyway, the quality ranking of the fish determines how much resource it provides you and how difficult reeling it in will be. The closer to 100% quality ranking, the larger and heavier the fish will be. Heavier fish will provide more fillets or chunks if filleted, and be far more visually impressive when mounted on your wall or placed in your aquarium. Size does matter.
Thank you.
Quality matters more. Finding high quality versions of the rare species is incredibly challenging, so unlocking clues will be critical. Catch a lot of those fish and clues will be unlocked in the bestiary, I reckon, in the fishing book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thankfully the more fishing you do and the more fish you catch, the more information you will unlock in your fishing book. I should have read it first. This can give you clues as to locations, the type of lures that prove more effective, and other tips and tricks. I believe there is a talent which increases the chance of getting the rarer fish as well.
Cool.
Traps also provide an opportunity to catch these rare species. However, they act far more passively and require more patience to return results. If you prefer to set and forget rather than casting out a line and waiting for a bite though, then these will be your best friend. Move your traps around, try different locations and figure out your luckiest spots for catching all the fish you need. So if you place one fish in the river just before it enters a lake and one trap in a lake just where the river enters the lake, you might catch different types of fish in those two traps.
Mm-hmm.
Lake fish and a river fish.
Yeah, it might also depend on the type of trap that you use as to which fish you get. No?
Don't know actually.
Well, you would assume the better the trap, the better the fish.
Or maybe chance of better fish, like
Possi-
with the rods and the lures.
Okay,
I
possibly.
reckon.
Okay.
But yeah, a better trap, just like a better rod,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
would
All
make
right.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, here we move into the bestiary, or the bestiary. The bestiary is the all-in-one guidebook for all of Icarus's creatures, Earth-like or exotic. When players kill, skin, fall victim to, or craft trophies of different creatures, they'll increase their knowledge about the species and increase progress in the bestiary. I can't see that photo too well. What's in that?
I think it's a bear. Let me have a look. It's a bear, alright.
Okay.
Forest biome, creature treats, critical area is the head. You can joust bears, this is the orange thingy, jousting. Purple says it inflicts deep wounds. And blue says strong attacks, so it has strong attacks.
Okay. Cool.
So stats unlocks here. The first one, the player stat unlock. The first one is plus 10% chance to resist a deep wound. The second player stat unlock, plus 10% max health.
Hmm.
That's going to be interesting. So if you kill enough bears, the max health of your character will increase.
Sweet. Well, we get quite a lot of bears.
Yeah. And for bear specific bonuses, on the bottom right, plus 5% damage versus bears and plus 5% resistance versus bears. Cool.
Nice.
The more you kill, the more damage you do against them, so the easier they become to kill.
Excellent.
Then again, bears aren't really that hard anymore. Once you learn how to dance with bears.
Yeah, yeah. Dancing with bears is pretty critical to your survival with that, as far as I'm concerned.
You can always find the nearest body of war, deep body of war, and swim backwards and hit it in the head repeatedly.
Yeah, yeah. I'll reference the having trouble with bears video that we did a long time ago. Okay, anyway, increasing your bestiary progress unlocks knowledge about the species, lore about their creation, traits and weaknesses for players to exploit, and perks for when you encounter them. Here's your guide for what will unlock as you progress through the bestiary. 1%, the creature's name and habit. 10%, lore about the creatures. 20%, creature traits, weaknesses, strengths, and unique behaviors. 30%, additional lore about the creature. 40%, gain a perk related to the creature. 60%, the creature's unique loot table. Sorry, excuse me. 80%, additional lore about the creature. We love lore.
Ooh.
And at 100%, you get a second perk related to the creature. Additionally, every 20% progress provides 1% extra damage and 1% damage reduction against the creature. Sweet. We like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. What's this image of? It's a sandworm. This giant worm-like creature native to Icarus. Partly to blame for the ubiquity of cave systems on the planet, most common in arid areas, though it is theorized this creature's life cycle takes place over a variety of environments. The sandworm has been a focus of a plethora of studies. Do they see these worms as a source of non-terrestrial biological technology? Chief geneticist Dr. Sorry, I can't read that. Has been tasked with gathering more information on the species. We've seen a radical mutation in species we've introduced into the Terra Zone, and over a relative short period of time the change has been remarkable. Well, the worms. This species is old. It's been exposed to exotic materials for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. Its evolution is inseparable to this exposure. We must focus on learning more. Dr. Amelia Tohu, I think it says.
Mm. Cool. Alrighty. And now we're on to the Steam achievements and trading cards. I do have some trading cards. I think I got 5 new trading cards, 3 of which are the same.
Achievements of trading cards. Cards, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
4 cards.
yeah,
4 different cards.
I got 5 trading cards, 3 of which were the same.
Construction, Frozen, Terror, and Bravery. Jake, I was super annoyed I only got 1. You should have
Oh,
played more, Jake. You should have played more.
yeah, sorry, dude. 10 minutes is not going to cut it.
Exactly.
Moving swiftly on. Steam achievements and trading cards are here. 40 Steam achievements have been added. Some of these are easy to accomplish and will be completed just by playing the game like normal. Others will require you to complete unique objectives and tackle challenges that you may not have faced before.
I think
Excellent.
Jake wrote this especially for us. Some of these are easy to accomplish, will be completed just by playing the game like normal.
Yeah.
Like kill a player, revive a player. I think Jake wrote this with us in mind.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And all,
Alrighty.
so yeah, well, get struck by lightning. I have get struck by lightning again. Is another achievement which I don't have yet. Well, won't be long.
Oh,
Seeing
you'll
as
make
how,
sure of that.
Seeing as how I'm kind of like a living lightning rod.
Yeah, yeah. Jake says, I think it's because I've got special permissions. Oh. Can't win them all, Jake.
So you should play normal,
Yeah,
like you put in the patch notes.
yeah, yeah. The achievements all boast hand-drawn pieces of our... Okay, please read.
The achievements all boast hand-drawn pieces by our art team. The inspiration for many came from our community. We wanted the achievements to feel native to Icarus and reflect the experience that so many of you have had in the millions of hours invested into the game. Some achievements will automatically be granted or gain a percentage of completion when they go live, as they retrospectively look at your previous playtime. Others, however, will start fresh, giving you the chance to earn them from day one. I like that.
Yeah.
You can find these in-game under the accolades menu where your progress is tracked, or you can look at them in Steam.
Yeah.
Steam trading cards and emoticons have also been added to the Steam workshop. Sorry, you wanted to say?
I
These
think
are the achievements.
yeah. Does that say whoops?
Yeah.
Is that a gravestone? I've got my glasses on, but I can't.
Yes, it is.
Okay, what does it say under that?
It's the first time your prospector dies.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Do you get an achievement for 4th, 5th, 6th, nth time?
Of dying? No.
Dang it!
So
Jake,
there's
we
a
need one of
friendly
them.
fire. There's a friendly fire achievement. Kill another prospector. Well, that won't be hard. And let's see. Where's the
It
other
might
one?
not be hard for you. It'll be bloody impossible for me.
But there's also one for here, medic, revive a downed prospector.
Yeah.
So if you play like normal, those two, friendly fire and the medic, will be easy to.
Yeah. I would say so. I mean, how many times have we run round the corner into trouble?
Often enough.
Yeah.
Often enough.
Alrighty.
So Steam trading cards and emoticons also been added. There are 9 Steam trading cards to collect, all drawn in-house by our incredible concept art team. You may recognize the style from our weekly blog posts and game art. Yes, indeed. Our favorite one is there as well. It's the Terror trading card.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep that one.
Yep.
Let's see. Each of these trading cards can be earned for completing an hour of playtime in game, but you'll only be able to collect half through this method, and you will need to trade with other players if you want to complete the set.
Oh.
So you can only collect 4.5 trading card by playing.
Yeah.
And then you have to find someone else who has the cards you don't have and trade with them. So yeah, maybe we should make a quick channel on Discord where people can say, "Hey, I have this card. I'm looking for that one."
Yep. Yep. And people can also say how many of, like if you've got, like I got 3 of the same kind. So the first thing I would do is say, right, okay, I have 2 spare X.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm looking for these cards and I have those cards to trade in.
Yeah, precisely. So these are there are also 4 profile backgrounds to collect, an Icarus Steam badge to craft, and 8 emoticons. Sweet! And our favourite images there.
Oh yeah.
By collecting a set of trading cards, you can craft an Icarus Steam badge, an Icarus background, and an emoticon to use across Steam. The more you play, the more you collect, and the more you'll unlock. Cool!
So yeah, definitely need to trade out because I want that background.
Oh yeah, me too. Definitely want that one. And the next bit, if you please.
So, do you like what we're doing? And with we mean Rocketworks.
Yes.
It has been a big 2 weeks for updates on Icarus. Last week's performance patch received awesome feedback, and we were able to push out a hotfix in under 24 hours too for a multiplayer issue caused by Steam presence. This week is our first big update in the new cadence, and as you can see, it's been a lot of work, love, and effort to bring it to life. If you're enjoying Icarus and liking the progress our team is making with our weekly and larger updates, please consider leaving us a review on Steam. It can make a big difference to the project, so we can keep bringing you new content, improvements, balances, and bears. Ooh, I like the bears.
Oh yeah. Fisticuffs with a bear. Here we come. Yeah, well, I can say for myself personally, absolutely love what you've been doing. I didn't really like the set out of the change of the update when it came out, but just like everything else, it only takes 1 or 2 weeks, and it's just like it clicks. It really does. It makes so much more sense now. And I think what the team are doing is just fantastic. So you get 2 thumbs up from me. And a huge thank you very much.
Definitely, same for me as well.
Alrighty. Balance changes. All this new content means we need to review our level cap and point allocation for your characters. Last week, we made the increase of talent points from 60 to 75 per character by adjusting how many points were allocated at odd and even numbered levels. This week, we're also increasing the level cap to 60. This means 15 more talent points, 90 total, and 5 more solo talent points will be available to earn and spend, allowing you to enjoy the new content without having to skimp on other areas of your character's development. We'll keep reviewing these numbers closely as we add more content and make adjustments where necessary to find the balance between oversaturation and point starvation. Me likey that muchly.
I definitely hear you when you say the oversaturation. Something we have discussed before.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
However,
you give people too many talent points, you will create too OP characters. If you don't give them enough, especially solo players will be hindered by it.
yes. I mean, we've spoken about both of these points. When you could only get to level 40 and you had like 27 talent points total. It was such a huge sacrifice to specialize in something.
Yeah, but
But
from a co-op point of view, it's a good thing.
yes, because it did mean that different members of the team were encouraged to specialize in different things, so that depending who was actually playing the game would dictate what we could and couldn't do with ease.
Yeah.
But we also had talents that blended over one another. For example, both Carl and I have a gardener, and both on one character, and bow skills on a separate character. So we both overlap in those areas.
And we all have the plyometrics and a 3-point landing.
Yeah, run faster with the bow out, you know.
But yeah, where you specialize more in hunting and farming, I specialize more in mining.
Yes,
Hey,
exactly.
it means you can craft better bows. I can craft better pickaxes. So we complement one another there.
Yeah, I'm better at killing animals and you're better at killing rocks.
Basically,
Yeah, and cave worms.
you provide the organic materials, I the inorganic.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, the talent, the new talent. I have to be honest and say, we actually have a lot of talent points free. It's like almost a whole nother character's worth of talent points to use now.
Well,
So
we had 60 before, now we have 90.
yeah,
So half a character extra, yeah.
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna have to spend a bit of time in trying to figure out where to best spend those talent points.
yeah, yeah,
Because the whole husbandry, although nice, if only the perks would stick with the animal and not with the player. But on my main character, I'm not gonna spec into husbandry.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Okay.
I leant forward and hit my space bar and it just chucked me down the screen.
Okay, already got the feeling of falling. But
Yeah,
now I know
sorry.
what happened.
Sorry.
But yeah, like I said, I'll have to spend time to see which characters will be best. Sorry, which talents will be best for which character to spec into.
Yeah.
But
I'm
that's fine.
definitely going to have to spend some time looking at that because that's going to need really serious consideration.
Well,
And maybe even some offside chat.
yeah, the question is, the character you mainly use for missions, will it be worth specking into fishing? Because
Yeah.
there are some nice new fish recipes, yes. But if you're working on a mission, do you take the time to go fishing?
Hmm.
Open world character, however, is wholly different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I said, which character is gonna get which talents extra? Something we have to spend time on.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to say the least. So, if you could kick us off with the changelog, please.
Yeah, let's start with the Galileo and the DLC.
For sure.
So, fixing fish data pointing to the incorrect fish, causing double ups in the fishing records. Yeah, there is some more mentioning of fish pointing to wrong things later on.
Okay.
But yeah, so you catch a snapper and it adds to the trout in the fishing book. That shouldn't be happening, so I'm glad I fixed that.
Yeah.
Fishing issue where fish that have not been added to the game were already being displayed in the bestiary. One could say it's given us a sneak preview. On the other hand, it will make it so that you cannot fully complete all the info in your bestiary because some of the fish aren't in yet. So yeah, from that point of view, and I think that goes for most of the players, I'm glad they fixed it.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
give you a sense of achievement if you manage to 100% everything in the bestiary.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to spending some time doing that. Bearing in mind that some of that time is going to have to be very specifically spent.
Yeah, Jake as well. I says exactly. I wouldn't be mad if I couldn't get 100%. Same here, man. Same here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will be a lengthy process. If you have to kill like 100 of everything, kill
Yeah.
100 scorpion kings, 100 sandworms, 100 land sharks.
Yeah, but it
That's
gives
gonna
it.
take time.
Yeah, but
Killing 100
it,
cave
it
worms, however, meh.
yeah, it means you always have a goal to strive for.
Well, you don't really have to strive for it as such. I mean, it'll go automatically. You go into a cave to mine stuff. You kill the worms in the cave. And in the background, it adds to your bestiary.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, some things are going to have to be deliberately sought.
Oh yeah, you're not accidentally gonna kill 100 land sharks. No.
Nope.
You're gonna have to use a
Yeah.
thumper
You're not
in order to get land
accidentally
sharks.
gonna kill 100 sandworm bosses or 100 sandworm no sand scorpion bosses
Unless
by
you
pure chance.
no, you're gonna really gonna seek them out. Like, hey, I wanna kill a scorpion king with my fists only.
Yeah. Although having said that, the cougar boss, the elephant boss,
Black Panther.
the panther boss, the wolf boss are going to be
Wolf
relatively
was this
easy
alpha
to.
wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
So but yeah, then the polar bear boss. You know how hard it was to kill it with weaponry on
Yeah.
us already. So I'm not gonna go try kill that one with fists. Sorry, no.
Yeah, no, that would just be. Well, although it would help a lot of people get the medic achievement. You want to come pick me up,
Yeah,
please?
I don't know. Did we really die there? And did we get revived? I don't know anymore. Last time I think neither of us did die.
I can't remember. It was so long ago. Jake says, "Oh no, I accidentally killed 100 land sharks. What a shame."
Indeed, yeah. Oops. Sorry, Mr. Lang Shark. I didn't know I killed 100 of you already.
Yeah. Didn't realize I'd wiped out your entire species.
Oops, my computer is shutting down. I think I accidentally hit the power button. Although, hold on, I can cancel this. I just have to open up a ton of screens again.
Oh, okay.
No worries, at least it's still in.
Oh, well, good, good. That's good. Okay. So they adjusted the fish data table validation to show issues where fish have or haven't been added to the game. Just mentioned above not so long ago. Um,
Color adjustments to the saltwater fish.
mhm.
It's nice if they have different colors to differentiate them from the freshwater fish, that's for sure.
Yeah. Bistro landing page image adjusted. First impressions are quite important, I would say.
Yeah. Talking about bestiary, so what we saw yesterday is, and what I actually would have expected to happen so as soon as you kill the first animal of a specific type, that it, like in the bestiary, like unlocks the image.
Yes.
Right? So you can easily see, like, hey, I've started on this animal in the bestiary.
Yes, and the only other thing, the small criticism that I have about the bestiary is the fact that when you open it up, right, it's actually really small. I found it really hard to read the information about the animal because the writing is so small. It's like you open up your inventory, it comes up, it fills the whole screen. It's just a little bit in the middle of the screen. I can't read that.
Bigger screen, put on
I
your
don't.
glasses, things like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, my small screen is an arm's length away from me. My main screen is probably 6 feet from me, and even on a large screen, I can't read it.
I'm playing on a 24-inch 4K, but I can read it. I can read it just fine.
I'm playing on a 50-inch TV, and I can't read the bloody thing with my glasses on. It's just, I don't know. My instinct and my gut feeling says that information should be bigger. It should fill more of the screen. It's not big enough.
I don't know. I think that is different per person. Like I said, I don't have any problems with it.
Well, I mean, you look at the images of the screenshots above, right? You see how small the bestiary piece is compared to the rest of the screen.
Yeah, but it can't be much bigger because there is the whole frame of the bestiary. You have to take the frame of the bestiary into account as well. So you can't make it much bigger.
Less frame, more book.
Like that. This is highly per player, I reckon. Again, I can read it just fine, but that's me.
How close are you sitting to it?
Arm's length. I don't know, 2 feet.
Yeah, if I can't read it on a big screen, dude, there's no way I'm going to be able to read it from arm's length, even with my glasses, because the proportion of the book to the screen is, for me, it's too small. When I open a book, I expect it to be a little bit bigger, I suppose. I don't know, but that's my only comment. The rest of it is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I love the bestiary.
The information you get,
Don't get me wrong.
The fact that you've still got stuff to do in order to get more information. It tells you how far in your progress you are. It has the information I would expect to have about the animals itself. My only complaint is it's too small. Moving swiftly on.
Anyway.
Adjust the fish quality and catch rate equation to balance out the quality of catches for both low-end rods and talents to high-end rods and talents.
New feature, balancing eggs. I can definitely see how
Yeah,
how's it gonna need work here.
yeah. Okay, added pronghorn creatures to PFG bestiary. Well, that would be good, considering that they're just a derivative of the chamois, although I have yet to see a pronghorn.
Pronghorn, true, but it's more like you add an animal to the game, so you also need to add it to the bestiary.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Alrighty, the bestiary data updated.
I reckon, for example, with the pronghorn info.
Yeah, well, yeah, that makes sense. Fixed
Let's see.
scale of dark paintings so the image fits the frame.
Yeah, if the image would stick out of the frame, that would be a tad odd.
I think that would be cool. Land shark added to bestiary images. Yay!
Well, if I kill one, I definitely will do want his image. Like, hey, this is what I killed.
Oh yeah, yeah, and following that, you've then got the bestiary updated with new creature images. So, thanks. Saving bestiary scenes. Good. Changed painting scale to fix protruding pictures from the frames, as we've just mentioned there. Greatly increased the effectiveness of lures. Well, yeah, I mean, a lure is exactly that. If it doesn't work, it's not much use.
Exactly.
Fixed some lure stats. Good. Rebalanced recipes on lures, ensuring lures of a similar tier have similar costs and lower tier lures cost less.
Would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically the definition between cheap and expensive.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Could you take us through the next lot, please?
So reorganize the lures that is showing the order of tier and stat, which makes it easier for you to say, okay, I'm crafting the tier 1 or the lower tier first, and then I'm going to gradually up the quality of my lures, so I know in which order to craft them.
Mm-hmm.
Remove the bonus fish quality provided by the base fishing rod. Oh, didn't know it had a bonus fish quality, a bonus to the fish quality. But then again, this was done before it even came into production.
Mm-hmm.
Reduce the fish quality provided by rare fish lures, but greatly increase the rare fish chance. Okay, so you have the lure to catch rare fish. The quality is lower, but you have a bigger chance of actually catching one. I go for the latter. I go for the latter.
Yeah, that's every fisher person's dream, that.
Yeah, because if you can't catch a rare fish, then it doesn't matter which quality the fish is going to be if you can't catch it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Lower the fish quality provided by talents. Yeah, I'm quickly looking through the talents. I believe indeed there was one. Yeah, like increased quality of fish caught during storms. Increased quality of saltwater and freshwater fish. So I reckon these percentages has been nerfed a bit.
Okay.
Hey, I'm in a storm and I caught a 200% saltwater fish. 200% quality.
Oops.
How are you gonna do that? Let's see. Changed inspect to stop inspecting once you press left or right mouse button rather than after a short delay. So straight away stop inspecting them. Especially important when you're inspecting a fish and you get attacked. You want to like insta stop inspecting.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, Mr. Bear, wait a moment, I'm inspecting this fish now, so hold on a bit till I put it away. Okay, now you can attack me. No, the bear is going to be like, I don't care. Clang! There you go.
Yeah.
There's your achievement. Killed by a bear. So, on the other hand, it would be very friendly from the bear helping you getting the achievements.
Yeah. Didn't think of it like
Eh, trying to put a positive spin on a negative thing.
that.
Updating fish utility widget for zone counts. So displays percentages next to zones, and all terrains now have their own column. Fish utility widget. Okay, not sure what that actually entails. Is this like the fish
Finder?
fish identification and scanning hardware? So fish finder, that would mean like a device to tell you where that device is, right?
Yeah. Alrighty.
So it displays percentages next to the zones. Good to know. All terrains now have their own columns. Again, nice, very nice. So it's giving you a bit more info. Oh, it's specifically an internal tool. Okay, so good for the developers, so they can know, etc.
Yep.
Yeah, you need those special permissions, eh? So you have to trade either that utility or you get the achievements, eh? The trading cards. Yeah, I don't know, Jake. I think I still would go for the trading cards then. So, okay. Fixed missing fishing zone data for Olympus and Styx. Oh yeah, thank you for fixing those. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
won't have no proper fish in those maps.
Well, I
Now,
mean,
I also wonder, and I think, yeah, if you catch a fish, Bestiary does give you some info about which map, I think. Let me recheck that Bestiary Bearer page. Does it state something? No. Bestiary has a section Olympus, a section Styx, and a section World Bosses. So if the fish has the same, would that then mean that there are fish specific to Styx or specific to Olympus? Would be cool though.
yeah.
So you want to catch all fish, you have to go to the entirety of both maps.
Yeah. I've just come up with the ultimate fish boss. Giant electric eel.
Yeah, but then I also want to be able to tame them. If you put such an eel in an aquarium, you don't have to connect a power source no more. Would be fun. But might be that hard to implement. Now imagine building on an island and dump a whole lot of them electric eels in the lake around your base.
Oh yeah, that's the ultimate moat, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that on Ring Lake. And I'm gonna watch how those eels then gonna kill all the crocs.
Oh yeah. Well, when you think about it, the shock attachment for your knife is extremely effective.
Oh yeah. I like that. I put it on all my knives nowadays.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway.
Okie dokie. Moving on.
Add editor debugging for fishing zones in lakes and rivers. I reckon again developer only. Standardized fishing zone quality values to 0.3, 0.5 and 0.7. Thanks for the info, but without any relating info, I can't really say anything about this.
Other than thanks.
Exactly.
Okay.
Added a small build-up to the unlock bestiary sound since the visuals start earlier. This ties in better to the UI. Yeah, always nice if audio and video are in sync
Yeah,
like that. I
yeah.
like that. Fix Fish 03 variant 2 pointing to the variant 1 icon.
Oops. Glad they fixed
Fixing the
that.
fish data, yep. Update fish spawn zones to ensure that each fish is in at least one mid or high quality zone. As opposed to some fish only being in low quality zone. Kind of makes sense, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Removed 2 extra still frames on first person reel animation. Okay. Well, the
So in other
animation
words, they
does look fine.
shortened it.
I don't know. But they look fine, so it's good.
Yeah. The only thing I found with last night's catching fish is that even after you've put it into the fish table and filleted it, as
Yeah,
soon
you
as
still have the fish in your hand. I know.
you come out
Notice
of
it as
you come
well.
out of the table and you're still holding it in your hand, and it's like, how the hell can I still be holding it in my hand when I've just filleted it?
The same if you put it in your in the tackle box or whatever. If you put it so you catch the fish, you have it in your hand, and it basically whatever you do, it stays in your hand until you put away the rod. Then it puts
Yeah,
away the fish as well.
yeah. If you change what you're holding, it'll put the fish away.
Yeah.
So if you change from a rod to a pickaxe because you put it in a second slot, then it'll sort that thing where you're still holding the fish. But until you do it, even after you've skinned and diced and eaten the fish, you're still holding it in your hand.
Fizzleback only, but still, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and one of the other things that I picked up yesterday was the fact that when Cornet dropped me a rod and a couple of lures, the first lure that he dropped on the floor completely disappeared, and the second one disappeared only for me to find it floating midair in the middle of the room.
I couldn't see either of them anymore. Could be some client, some host client sync issue.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but that happens pretty quick within the subsequent gameplay section of the gameplay last night, where when we went fishing, that was really weird. So, and I also clipped it, so it'll be appearing on the channel at some point later. Anyway,
It's fine.
it's fine. We'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
Change the animation blend float on the rod to match arm reel anims. Well,
Animations.
that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, looking better.
Yeah.
Also
Slow.
slowed the fishing rod reel animation to match the speed of the arms. So the rod was reeling in faster than the arms were moving. That's some nice telekinesis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I fixed that.
Yeah. Adding prawn horn, bestiary creeve event and data table entry. CRE.
Basically added pronghorn to bestiary, which was mentioned above.
Yeah.
I reckon this is part of.
Okay. Added missing material functions used for fishing line. Okay.
I reckon the visual of the fishing line.
Yeah, being able to see it.
Yeah, and it's shown a fishing line proper and not some kind of I don't know, electric cable or war hose or something.
Yeah. Yeah. increase all 0.5 fish zone quality to 0.6 per balanced weeks. Nice. We like increases of stuff. So
Depends.
they buffed it.
Increase the animal damage. Increase the chance of dying.
Well,
Increase the chance of getting killed by another player.
increase the fun.
Yeah, that one I would enjoy, yeah.
Alrighty, they
Yeah.
also increased the fishing max quality roll,
Constant expression.
thank you, to 135 from 120. When calculating upper range limit when rolling fish quality, values above 100 are now reduced by 90%. 150 becomes 105.
Okay, so the fish quality can't go too high, basically.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
sounds good. Re-added timer event time based on fishing rods was
Time event
removed.
based.
Yeah, time event based on fishing rod was removed for debugging purposes.
This time event, is this like the time between throwing out a line and like the fish biting, which then shorter for better rods?
That would make sense, yeah. Added visual effects for fishing, lure hit, lure grab, and thrashing.
Well, we like the visual effects,
Yeah.
that's sure.
Well, we have the visual effect for actually throwing the line in the water and being able to see where the hook is. Then we've got the lure hit, so is when you get a bite. The lure grab is when you get a bite and you manage to catch it, and the thrashing is the fish trying to get away. Or, like I said to you, oh, I can see a fish swimming away, and that was the one that you had got on your line.
Yeah.
There's some pretty nice visual effects, actually. Being a fisher person, I would say that was pretty dang realistic, and I really liked that. Really liked that.
Small things like that.
Yeah. It's sometimes small things like that are the difference between making and breaking a game.
Yeah.
And in this instance, it's definitely making the game better. Love it. Okay. Updated decorations package data row to use correct Steam package ID.
So I've looked in Steam. I couldn't really find this as a separate DLC somewhere. So
No, I think that they're talking about the geo lamp and the paintings.
yeah, but they say it's a DLC. But in Steam, I couldn't find it as a separate DLC.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's basically one DLC in the Steam store, and that is the Styx map and mission pack. There's
Yeah.
not the decorations DLC.
Well,
separately.
no, but I think maybe the decorations thing is that not just like a supporters edition.
Remember when we were unlocking the stuff? It said for the paints and for the geode lamps, this is part of the decorations DLC.
Right, okay. Jake just said there was a problem with the Steam page for the separate DLC. It's coming. It is coming. Supporters and deluxe owners already have it on their account, which is why we have it.
Probably, yeah.
So I was right. It's to do with the fact that we have the supporters edition.
Yeah, but I was also right. It is a separate DLC, just
yeah,
not shown yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're both right. Yay, we like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I don't care about you being right. It's more like keeping in my habit of being always right. Or at least
Yeah.
never be wrong.
Yeah, well, it's not often I'm wrong, but I'm freaking right again.
I might not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
This is true. I'll second that. Adjusted the
Right.
timing of the rod reeling animation to match up with the hand while reeling in. Still needs some position reset in between casts to ensure consistent timing throughout some.
It was mentioned in a couple of bullet points above as well. Like, hey, the slow the fishing rod reel animation and removing some extra frames from the reel animation and change animation blend float on the rod to match arm and reel animation. So apparently multiple people worked on it or tried to fix it or thought they fixed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just correct me if I'm wrong, but should that not be spelled SOME?
I don't know. This might be Australian spelling.
It might be. Yes. Oh, silly me for not
I
guessing.
know, right?
Deleted old fish recipes, advanced order, updated quest requirements to instead be a new fish recipe.
Advanced order. That's a good one. What was it? Let's not start this, Jake. Come on, Jake. Just say it's Australian spelling. Then it's fine. Like,
Hey, we've got this far through the patch notes, and that's the first typo. I think you're doing a much improvement on last week. But
oh yeah.
we can, we can't help it. We're OCD. We insta see it. It's
Anyway, I've been looking at the advanced order stockpile mission.
Yeah.
One of the things you needed to do was crumbed fish fillets.
Yes.
So yeah, part of the food you had to provide for this mission, for the stockpile mission, was fish related. So I'm glad they changed it to the new fish recipes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people won't be able to complete.
Yeah.
Australia and New Zealand are different places. I don't know, it's so far away, man. From where I'm standing right here, they all blend together, Jake. But yeah, I hear you. Sorry, I always think it was Australian, apparently it was New Zealand. That's what you get with the New Zealanders, right? I never had that issue with the Old Zealanders.
No, I'm not going there. Okay, updated task list.
I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. My mother is an Old Zealander. So I'm half Zealander. The Old Zealander, that is.
Yeah,
So,
my mother actually did her PhD in New Zealand. So
England's the same place as Ireland. Well, they're both UK, so if you say UK, it's fine.
Well, actually, Ireland isn't all UK, so you can't even say
Northern
that. It's only
Ireland,
Northern
right?
Ireland that is UK.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you'll only be getting heat from the Southern Islanders.
Yeah, precisely.
Right. Let's continue, shall we?
Point well made. Point well made.
Well, I can make fun of both of you.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not saying I'm gonna, I just say I can. But yeah, I will, don't worry.
Alrighty. Oh, updated task list.
Well, added
Oh,
art icons for the fishing talent tree.
Okay.
Very important.
No,
They
we
worked
didn't.
hard on those icons for the fishing tree, man.
Did we do that one? Are you sure?
Added art. We didn't do it yet. We were still talking about the advanced order.
Yeah. Okay, so
updated task list accolades. Your right to use an Icarus font for list items. Didn't know Icarus had his own fonts. He was thinking it used some standard font, but hey, I'm not a font type. Also made completed items more readable and gave them a strike through. Always handy.
Mm-hmm.
Accolade task list items now scale down to prevent text items clipping. Also nice.
Yeah. Added art icons for fishing talent tree. Yay! We like it that.
Yep.
It's all very well getting the putting the points there, but if you can't actually
Getting the text is nice. Getting the icons looks better.
Yeah. Updates and improvements to fishing audio based on new visual effects. Good. We like that.
Yep.
Adding
Added.
Prometheus image to stage select screen, which
Yeah,
we
but
have.
they added it twice, huh?
Yeah. That's good to know. Well, it didn't work the
select
first time.
screen. I don't know, or maybe on the Prometheus is very important. Well, definitely is. But...
We know this.
Oh yeah.
Added text, press J to open field guide for when a creature or fish is unlocked. Yes, always handy because I didn't actually know how to unlock it. And
How to open the bestiary?
Yeah, how to open it until
I had read it somewhere already, so I was able to tell you.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that when I knew that it said that on it, I knew to look. So like when the notification comes up, you can see you press J. Oh right, okay, fine. That's
So, yeah. It
mega
also meant
helpful.
I had to rebind the drop key. I had bound it to the J. I had to rebind it, but that's fine.
Yeah, I rebound mine to F4, so there was absolutely no chance of me accidentally hitting it.
Nah, but sometimes if I pick up an animal to retrieve my arrow, then I wanna drop the animal again. I wanna be able to do it still with one hand on. So
Yeah.
I won't have to let go of my mouse. And I can still play and run, and I can reach it with my thumb, so I can keep walking.
My F4 is just above my number 4 on my key. Bearing in mind I don't have a numpad on my keyboard.
Yeah, but then if I'm walking with W and S at the same time, then also pressing the F4, the U I can reach with my thumb, luckily. So, but hey, it's what you prefer.
Yeah, but it's always handy to have that information, especially for the newer player.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, hey, us veterans don't always know how to open shit, so. Reeling animation now auto sets back to its original position when reinitializing a reel animation, so the fishing rod always syncs up with the hand. Well, that makes sense.
After reading this, yes. But then again, someone had to think of it first.
The fact that we can pick up on that shit just tells you how Icarus mad we are.
Yep. Let's see another fish date fix. Fish 13 variation 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fix bestiary images using the uncompressed user interface texture setting. Was it using the uncompressed one before, or is it using the uncompressed one after the fix? Is the fix that it stopped using or started using the uncompressed one? That I can't really tell from this.
Well, I would read that as preventing it from using the uncompressed, the compressed UI fixture.
Yeah, but you could also read it as it is now using the uncompressed one. But hey, meh.
They fix it. It's all good. Delete unused field guide background textures. Well, if it's not used, then it's not much use. Might as well get
If
rid of
not
it.
used, remove it, clean up
Improve
the
performance.
application. Exactly.
Disabled the ability to reel while still in the release animations so that the rod reel animation doesn't become disjointed from the arm reel animation.
Especially when you fish from a high platform like we did.
Yeah,
So you throw out a line, and you immediately start reeling in. So the lure is still going down, but your character is already starting to reel in. Huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Jake, missing an apostrophe. It's the New Zealand spelling.
Exactly. It's fine. It's just New
It's
Zealand.
fine.
New Zealand spelling. So
It's fine. Well, actually, in New Zealand, would it not have been a comma?
I don't know. The upside down, comma.
Possibly. Moving swiftly on, updated all talents in tree accolades to only count talents that aren't blocked behind required flags. This means that the blueprint tree accolades should no longer count blueprints that require a specific player talent. Excuse me.
Yeah, talents like so the blueprints like the what do you call it? The armor,
Polar
ghillie
bear armor?
the polar bear armor. Yeah. So I reckon you as well. But I definitely have the Steam achievement.
Yep.
Unlocked all blueprints in tier 1,
2,
one for
3,
tier 2,
and
for tier 3, and for
yep.
tier 4.
Yep, I got them all.
So yeah, if
I
they
did
hadn't
get
fixed
them.
this, then we wouldn't have had the tier 2 and tier 3 ones.
Yeah, yeah, that's quite right, and it should be that way.
Actually, I'm thinking since we have like 30 talent points now, I could spend talent points for the ghillie armor and the
Polar bear armor.
polar bear armor, so at least I can like also visually in the trajectory in the blueprints, I can visually unlock everything just for fun.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, because I found that my very first character was actually teched into polar bear armor because we didn't have Naneo. And then, of course, as soon as the Naneo armor came out, the polar bear armor was just null and void. There was no use for it. And so, not being able to respec my talents at that point,
Yeah.
I then felt that I had spec down into an area that was now a complete waste of talent points because we had something bigger and better, and I couldn't respec those at that time.
Oh, you
So,
need quite a few talent points, by the way.
yeah.
Ghillie armor
yeah.
is a level, what is it, level 2? And the polar bear is a level 3 talent.
Yeah,
Rank.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, they're down at the bottom of the tech tree. So, yeah, that's a lot of talent points to feel like you've wasted. And I got so upset with it, I ended up actually deleting the entire character and
See, I
starting
have to
again.
spend 5 talent points to get to the ghillie armor alone, and then I have to spend more talent points to get to the proper rank for the polar bear armor.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I said, I'll just have a look if I have enough talent points left. We have a freaking 30 more, so
Yeah. Like you said
just
earlier,
for one character to have
it-
unlock literally everything.
yeah, that's going to take some deep diving and consideration and discussion to decide where that's going to go. So until that's happened, I won't be doing anything with the extra talent points because I do not want to waste them. Okay.
Anyway.
Item icons optimization. Excuse me. Gonna do the next half a dozen or so that I can go and get myself a drink.
Ready? Updated fish finder to say low, medium, or high for the quality, including colored text. That's gonna make it easier to see, yeah. updated the fish finder fish list to always be ordered by the type of fish. Especially handy if you're looking for a specific type of fish, an uncommon one or a unique one, so you don't have to go through the entire list like which one is the. No, you can say, okay, I want uniques. Like it out. Small balance adjustments to fishing to better reflect the visual effects pass. Always nice. Reduce sizes of individual entries in the field guide. Poor Echo. Let's see. Fix highlight being stuck when hovering over bestiary entries on the stat screen. Oh, I'm glad I fixed that. So you're highlighting something in the bestiary and then you scroll to the next animal and that highlight gets stuck. You have to close the bestiary and reopen it. Annoying. So I'm glad I fixed that. Added additional spacing for bestiary traits. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, English isn't my main language. Added additional spacing for the traits. Can I see? So they don't, like those boxes aren't too close to one another. Makes it easier to discern. Yes, good. Remove the cave biome requirement from biome visiting achievement requirement, as players cannot visit a biome listed as cave. No, it's not a biome, it's more like environmental situation. So I'm glad they fixed it. They removed the cave requirement. Otherwise, once again, there would be another achievement you will never be able to get. So you could never 100% achieve Icarus. Glad they fixed that.
Yeah.
Edited fish description slightly to better match color variations. Description stating it's a red fish, but you're holding a blue fish. Yeah. Yeah. Glad they fixed that.
Yeah.
Re-added the pronghorns desert bestiary data, as they can spawn in the desert. I believe initially it was something like only in the desert, but they spawned everywhere.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
you
know,
get
something like that.
if you
Haven't checked.
if you get a 50% chance of it being a pronghorn and a chamois, and chamois are both in the forest and the desert, then it would make sense that the pronghorns can also be in the same places. You just got a 50-50 chance of getting it. I've never had a pronghorn right yet.
Yeah. So now I wonder in the bestiary, since it has an. Oh no, wait, it's. No, never mind. It's Olympus and Styx. I'm not sure it has a biome sub 3.
Oh, no.
Don't think so though.
No.
Still, same issue. Bears, chamois, they're both Olympus and Styx.
Yeah.
So where in the bestiary 3 would they appear? Both?
Well, you would assume that they would
I don't know.
appear in
We'll.
both and mention that it appeared in the other.
Well, we'll check in the subsequent gameplay.
Yeah.
Right, let's see where fish threshing particle effects are now only active when there is a valid fish on the line. Made multi-on-Bubbler a reliable multicast. Oh, okay, so there's no fish on the line, yet you get the fish threshing. So what is actually threshing the war if there is no fish on the line?
It's Buddy's having a field day because it got away.
Yeah, maybe. Like telling you like, nah, I got away.
Something like that, yeah. Dancing for joy because it wasn't him.
Yep. Right. Added skeleton mesh with start, loop, and stop animation for the Tier 2 communication device. Have we found out which communication device this is?
Fish.
tier 2 fish device?
I don't know.
In tier 2 tech tree,
No idea
there is no such device.
yet.
I would assume it requires electronics, hence it being a tier 3.
Mm, okay.
Hey, the geode set, the lamps and stuff, apparently you need to make on a masonry bench. And I didn't check the masonry bench yesterday, hence.
Okay. Oh, Jake says tier 2 communicator is a dynamic mission post. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. But wasn't there also mentioning a tier 3 communication device then? I believe I've seen tier 2 and tier 3 communication device at some point in previous patch notes.
Okay.
Yeah, tier 2 being short range radio. Okay, yeah, sure.
Froggy says, "Oh, Jake, if Echo found a typo." Jake's
Yep.
like, "Thanks."
Yep.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry. Change the way creature images fade in as percent unlock increases to a basic black to color. Galileo feature
This
level
might
locked.
be the bestiary, you know, where I previously said I would have expected the image to unlock. It's possible that they gradually unlock
Yeah, well, I mean,
as a
if
percentage.
if you shoot and kill something, you're gonna know what it looks like, right?
One would say yes.
So,
But then again, you have only shot one, so you have a sample set of one. You might be able to get some generic idea of how it looks like, however, it might be some unique
well,
variant of or whatever. So, from that point of view, with a lot of reasoning, you could say, yeah, you have a bit of an idea of what it looks like, but you can't say for sure because you only have a sample set of one. Still.
well, yeah, but you know, I mean, does that mean that when you go to skin an animal, you're at 1%, you're only going to see the outline and nothing of what the animal actually looks like?
We're talking about the bestiary data. So you only have a sample set of one.
Yeah,
How
I
much
know,
can
but
you tell from a sample set of one?
think about it in the game, right? You killed an antelope, which I hadn't shot yet,
Mhm.
and then I went up to skin it. But I know what it looks like when I'm skinning it. It's not like I see a black
No,
image with a white background because A, I
you know
didn't
what
actually
that
shoot it,
antelope looks like.
and B, I've only killed one of them, or I've
You
only
know,
skinned one.
you know what that antelope looks like. You
Well,
don't know like generic, like what all antelopes look like. No, you only know what that one looks like. There is a visual difference between the antelope and the large antelope.
well, yeah, but I can tell that just by
You have
looking at it.
to, yeah, because you know. But in real life, you could make an educated guess, but you can't be sure because you only have a sample set of one. And the same
Yeah,
with
I get your
a deer
point.
and a baby deer. They look different. They're both deer. If you only skin a baby deer, you don't know what a deer looks like. You might
No.
say, "Oh, this is what a deer looks like," until you kill an adult one. Then your sample
Yeah,
set
but
increases, and then you see differences. Then,
uh,
oh, so this also a deer.
yeah.
So
I
from that point of view, one could say, one could argue this is indeed a correct way to, like, gradually turn the image from black to color.
yeah, I get your point. I do.
But
I'm just being
it's
finicky.
it's a choice made by Rocketworks.
It'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
We'll see.
Oh, Jake says, "Yep." Also, tier 4 Prometheus.
Yeah, currently there's
Ooh.
no communication device as such. in tier 4, or at
Yeah,
least
so
nothing
it's future
could
content.
yeah. I don't really see anything in tier 4 test 3 what I would say this is a communication device. One could argue the portable beacon, though,
Yeah, you could.
being some kind of communication device, or maybe the dropship recall beacon. Well,
Well,
but,
remember they were talking about the fact that these beacons can only ever be outside because they need to be able to communicate with stuff off world.
mhm. Same with the OBI,
Yeah, so
OEI.
that is a communication device.
Yeah, but Orbit Exchange interface is tier 2.
But it's still a communication device.
Troop is a tier 2 one. But, and
Yeah.
I'm talking about the tier 4 one, but anyway.
Anyway,
Outside the scope of these patch notes.
Yeah. Moving swiftly on. Fix incorrect fish mesh assignment. I'm glad they fixed that. Again, we don't want a blue fish looking like a red one.
Or you catch a fish and it looks like
A bear.
you caught a rock, a stonefish. Or maybe you want it. Like, hey, different type of unique fish, stonefish.
Yeah. You put your you put your rod lure in the water and come up with a crocodile, and when you pull it ashore, it says alligator gar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steak or bass?
Yeah. Upping player max level for 60 to 260 for Galileo, and adjusting talent growth for both players and solo talent point growth, which is good.
Say you got 30 multiplayer talent points and 5 solo talent points extra with the new levels.
Okay, how many solo talent points did you get to start with? What, 23?
60, and you went to 90 now.
No, I'm talking about
Last week.
solo talent points.
I have to quickly count. 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 25.
25? Yeah.
25.
25.
Yeah, that makes sense, of course. 50.
Yeah.
Level 50, 25. So basically one every 2 levels.
Yeah. Yeah, so a solo talent player actually then gets 30 points.
Well, everyone gets 30 points in the solo talent tree.
No, but the solo talent tree goes from 25 to 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Fixing up values in accolades and adjusting Steam values to reflect proper values.
Yeah, basically the whole Steam achievement added.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, that would make sense. Could you do the next few, please?
Yep. Unlocking paints, painting frames, and geode lamps for their release with Galileo. Well, we tested out the paints and the paintings yesterday. And we talked about it before. Today gonna be the extra DLC, but currently it's not showing as a DLC because of technical issues. Let's see, removing fish dish and crumbed fish fillet, the old fish recipes from the Yes Chef accolade. Again, glad, otherwise there would be an accolade you can't receive. So I'm glad they fixed that. Fixing Arctic Scorpion's carcass description. Not sure what it was saying before. Since it is basically, according to last week's patch notes, a copy of the Scorpion. It might have said Scorpion instead of Arctic Scorp. Glad they fixed it, because this is the Arctic Scorp. Swapping fish mines variation 1 and 2, because 2 looks visually better. Okay. Well, get the better looking one first. Sure. Re-adding animation and delay for opening the field guides to match the audio that is played when opened. Didn't they say they added some frames or some audio at the start because I don't know, to basically to get it in sync?
Mm, we know they did the visual effects to make sure they were in sync.
Yeah, and added visual effects. So re-added animation might be the same
Yeah.
issue. Okay.
Okay. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to scroll down here.
Sure.
And then, if you don't mind, I'm going to highlight a half a dozen or so, and I will be right back.
Okay.
Bio break.
Updated the Arctic Scorpion to differentiate themselves more from the desert versions. They now have more health and projectile resistance, but they are slower by default and enrage when hit. That last part is also true for the desert scorps though. If you hit them, they don't like it, they get angry with you. But more health and more projectile resistance, so they're harder to kill. But they're also slower, so easier to outrun. Well, that balances out nicely. Good. Arc Scorpions now grant slightly more bones when harvested. Makes sense, you know. It's bigger, so it should have more bones. Slightly increase the critical area on Scorpions. If it's bigger, the crit area should be bigger as well. So yeah. Changing fishing reset sound to only play if resetting a previously cast line. When else would it play? It's the reset sound, so yeah. Let's see, added bestiary trait icons, and then we are talking about, and let me get back to the image here. Yeah, they're like the inflicts deep wounds and it has strong attacks in critical areas. So icons as well. Hey, makes it look nicer. So we like that. Update references to biomes not using text which can be translated. Okay, so now they updated it to text which can be translated. Always nice for people who want to play the game in their own language. If you play in German, like Sie gehen nun in dem Arctic biome. Yeah, that ain't gonna sound nice, obviously. So glad I fixed that. Update the fishing lure splash visual effects implementation to replicate correctly. Good. Adding fish lure attach audio event. So now I can hear it when Echo is attaching a new fish lure. Thanks. Fixing stretched bestiary image pop-up when unlocking. Yeah, if you get a square image and you display it in a rectangle, yeah, it's not gonna look nice. So nice visual improvement there. Fixing the Yes Chef achievement to remove New Frontiers food. Yeah, it's not there yet, so yeah, I'm glad I removed it again. Otherwise there would be an achievement you could not achieve. So you could not 100% the game. Thank you for fixing that. Added manual invalidation to text boxes on the UMG Accolade pop-up after initialization. Also added a scale box to the title to make sure the title doesn't ever obstruct Accolade image. Oh yeah, thank you. I want to see what I'm doing. Fix a crash when client exits when a tackle box has been placed in the world. Those on experimental build only. I'm glad they fixed that on the production. Otherwise, Echo could not be using the tackle boxes I place. Yikes. But then again, on the Galileo test branch, it was working actually, as we saw yesterday. Let's see, field guide open animation has been fixed. Thank you. Fish wall mounts are now correctly destroyed when they reach 0% durability. As they should. So it's good that they now do. Update bestiary trait text for armor piercing and explosive weakness to better communicate that it is a weakness. Okay. Yeah. It's good. It's nice that they like now properly tell you, hey, this animal is weak to high explosive damage, or this one is resistant to armor piercing.
Or the scorpion is weak to fire.
So resistant to AP, but vulnerable to or weak to explosive, I reckon.
Yeah.
Although explosive ammo is still projectile. No, it's not projectile damage. Yeah, it's part projectile and part explosive damage. So yeah. Disable creature audio button if the bestiary record has not been unlocked. Ooh, good. People who haven't unlocked, for example, the mammoth yet, shouldn't be able to know how they sound, right?
Yeah.
They're magically gonna know somehow. I'm glad they fixed that.
Yeah. You remember when we got terribly confused between a buffalo and a bear, because when the buffaloes first came out, they sounded just like a bear.
They sounded quite similar indeed, yeah. We have had some good scares there.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure.
But that made
Like,
for
shit, I hear a bear. Back in the day when we were still afraid of bears.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be a buffalo.
Yeah, and we'd be like,
Or you hear something, you're
hi.
like, I think it's a buffalo, and then all of a sudden a bear taps you on your shoulder like, hi.
Hi. Yeah.
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 Fun
And the other
times.
thing is, oh shit, I just killed a buffalo. Have you got an iron knife? Because I can't skin it yet.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, way
Back in the days
day.
before we got the idea, like, you know what? Let's wait till a Komodo starts gnawing on the buffalo carcass and
And
takes
then
the
kill the
skin off.
Komodo.
So, exactly.
Because we can skin that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got it sussed, man. Between you and me, we got it sussed.
If you
And if we
can't
haven't-
skin a buffalo with a stone knife, but you can skin a crocodile with a stone knife.
Yeah. Hey ho.
I know buffalo has a tough skin, but shouldn't the crocodile skin be even tougher? Oh.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Moving swiftly on.
Fix bestiary trait icon being scaled incorrectly. Okay.
Good.
Thank you. Otherwise, on my 4K screen, it would look very different than on a full HD.
Yeah.
And the other way around.
Yeah.
Fix bestiary stat unlock listing unlock requirement as 80 instead of 100%. So you had a double 80. Oh, I'm glad I fixed it now so people can actually see they need to unlock 100%.
Yeah.
Good. Items crafted at a fishing bench can now correctly be destroyed to return the resources. Oh, that's good. Good.
Nice.
I didn't even know you couldn't destroy them. I was like, I'm crafting a rod. Why should I destroy it? But okay.
Yeah.
Tackle boxes will now only drop items in an overflow bag when destroyed and not when picked up. Makes sense, right?
Good.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because you pick it up to carry it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to pick it up and have a hole in the bottom of it where it just drops everything on the floor.
Yeah, and then your fish flop back into the water and bye-bye fish. I spent a
Yeah.
long time catching this fish and now it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Take-
Thank you for fixing this.
Yeah, taking your lure with it because you didn't have the time to get it out of its mouth before you stuffed it in the box.
Ah, that's your own fault for being lazy.
Yeah, but you keep telling everybody you're lazy by nature, so that's exactly what you would do.
That's why I left the tackle box on the ground. That's why I didn't pick it up.
Okay.
Let's see. Fix spelling mistake in the large advanced aquarium flavor text.
But not in the patch notes.
Echo. This is British English versus American English. Potato, potato, flavor, flavor. So you can't
No.
really
No, I'm
blame.
I'm talking about the spelling mistakes above.
Yeah, come on. You know this New Zealand spelling.
Yeah.
Anyway, fix diode lamps not saving their enabled state between prospect reloads. Oh, that's annoying. So every time you load in, you had to like turn them on again. That's annoying. I'm glad they fixed that.
Yeah. And finally,
Widget invalidation is now temporarily disabled on the UMG Eclipse pop-up when the widget is visible on screen. This should fix issues where longer accolade titles or descriptions clip or have incorrect spacing. Good.
Glad they fixed that.
So we can proper see it now.
Yeah. Always a good thing.
Good.
Always like fixes because it just makes the gameplay so much better.
Yep.
Except when Echo decides to set fire to a forest because she shot a fire arrow at a Komodo.
And then claims it was accidental.
It was accidental. I didn't know I had. Well, I knew I had fire arrows, but I didn't realize.
There you go.
I didn't realize how few bone arrows I had, and I didn't think that it was swapped to a fire arrow. So
You see it before you fire it. There is a flame at the end of an arrow. Hence the name Flame Arrow.
I was just busy concentrating on that tiny little white dot in the middle of my screen that tells me what my cursor's pointing at.
And then again, why even shoot an arrow at a Komodo? Just hit it in the head with a knife. Way more fun. With purple pills enough in the open world anyway. But anyway, that's yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday's mistake.
Yeah. Let's talk about what they fixed, shall we?
Let's talk about the mistakes you'll be making today. I mean, let's talk about what they fixed.
Yeah, let's talk about how we're going to kill Echo tonight.
I want that accolade. Anyway.
Alright. Fixing carved wood decorations to be called carved and not caved.
I might see how that could cause some confusion.
Yes, I have to be honest and say I'm glad I didn't say that one.
Some caved wood decorations.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fix large desert antelope bones mesh receiving incorrect material assignment after refactor.
Oh yeah, the ghost skeleton.
Yeah.
Looking all scarred and stuff. It was fun to see though. But not as it should be, so I'm glad I fixed it.
Yeah. Because fixes mean better performance, and we always like that.
Well, this was not a performance fix, but more like it was an incorrect mesh.
So it's a visual fix.
It looked weird.
Yeah, it looks better now.
It looks proper now.
Good. Various fixes to stats, data, descriptions, symbols, etc. Yep. Good.
They also fixed the ice heat effect. They no
Oh,
longer
yeah,
jam on
sorry, I
screen
jumped
when
on.
mounting or in mounting when you're frozen or too hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's annoying if the screen stays red whilst you have frostbite.
yeah, yeah. Glad they fixed that. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on. Formatted data validation event graph to be more readable. Good.
Cool distance on waterfall blueprints. Oh, that's performance improvement. Good.
Okay.
Improve constraint setup on Mammoth.
So they
Not
improved
sure which
its,
constraint, but yeah.
probably its range, I would expect.
I don't know. Constraint is a variable type.
Yeah, that's just where my
Yeah.
brain went. Move light shadows option to be beside player light shadows option under settings display and grey out player light shadows option when light shadows are off. Did they not say that last week?
No, last week they said they added it, but now they grouped them. And
Okay.
since the player light shadows is a subset of light shadows, if
Okay.
light shadows is off, player light shadows is also off.
Yeah.
Or proxy off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew they'd said something about it. I was just, you know me in tech, I am just not tech minded, so I recognised what they were talking about, but I didn't know how it applied.
No, this was mentioned last week as being added. This option has been added.
Yeah.
And now it's grouped.
Cool.
And made dependent on.
Good. Well done. Thank you very much. Fixed enzyme geysers not loading state. This was being caused by attempting to match save data to geysers using user interface. No, sorry,
Identifiers.
user identifiers, which were failing to match up. Having disabled user identifier matching in favour of instant name matching, as the geysers were static fixed objects which have reliable names.
Yeah. Yeah, the names are static, so why not use the name instead of an unique identifier?
Yeah.
If the unique identifier matchup fails, yeah, switch back to names since the names are static anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fixed, I don't know what that is.
Stalags might be stalagmites or stalactites. Or both.
Okay.
Referencing the same materials twice on an invalid slot. Well, they fix it.
Oh,
It's
large cave
only going to be better
stalags.
for the gameplay.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe large cave stalagmites being the ones that come for the ground.
Yeah, stalagmites, stalactites.
Yeah. Extra safety checks for alteration benches to prevent a possible crash.
Oh, yeah, we
Good.
don't like the game crashing, so I'm glad to
No,
hear.
no, we don't. We don't like computers crashing. We don't like game crashes, you know.
Exactly.
So to
So,
fix that, well
fix that.
done. Cave culling distance settings optimizations. Spoke about
Again,
that
performance
earlier.
improvements.
Yep.
Nice.
And
Previously it was the waterfalls.
yeah.
Now it's the cave cooling.
And
More add cooling distance override support to lakes. So
yeah.
lakes, caves, waterfalls, cave worms.
Followed by the one above, below it. Sorry.
Cooling cave settings from cave worms. Yeah.
Mhm.
Delete faulty cave light setups. Is this where some parts of caves were brightly lit, whereas others were dark? Good.
Yeah.
Because it was a tad weird. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Fix an issue with cooking some cave prefabs that was preventing all materials from being correctly applied.
This is not a cooking recipe.
No,
Cooking so basically generating the build.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Generating
maybe
code.
getting stone when you built wood or vice versa?
Wrong materials being applied in caves, I reckon.
Okay.
Like caves in the desert look different from caves in forest.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. Fix various edge cases with being mounted or not when entering, exiting, being in caves, and lighting. With
Like
the board
how
above.
if you are ride your mount in a cave, there is no sound.
Yeah,
Would be nice if that would be fixed.
yeah,
I mean, it's not really something interfering with the gameplay, but it's like interfering with immersion.
yeah. Fixing dialogue line spacing being way too big, which was an issue caused by the last patch. Glad they fixed that.
Yeah, so issue became apparent in the last patch, and I fix it now. Good.
Good. Fix bug where mission boards didn't have their mission list updated when another board was interacted with.
Oh, so you could basically accept 2 missions at the same time. I'm glad they fixed that, because it shouldn't be possible. You know how I have 2 mission boards? So
Yeah, so
if you accept a mission on one, the other boards should say like, hey, you have accepted a mission, you can't select another one.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Fixed bug where drop pod dynamic lights weren't functioning correctly if the pod hadn't landed before was spawned
But
on ground by mission.
so you're doing a mission, and then there is a pod where you have to go to, and the dynamic lights on the pod weren't function properly. They are now.
Good.
Nice.
We like when things look proper.
Yeah.
Preserve tackle box contents inventory when tackle box is destroyed. In other words, the
They
items
now
go
get
into
into
an
an
overflow
overflow bag.
bag. Yes, exactly.
Good.
Fix quest objectives panel not appearing for clients. Do you remember?
Yeah, you had it. Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to press numpad 7. I don't have a numpad. Oh, you have to bind it to another key. That
yeah,
issue, yeah.
yeah. Had that. Been there, done that. Didn't like it. Sorted it though, which was fine. Fixed environment temperature not updating on HUD for clients. I also had that. Remember the other day when I said I was constantly at minus, constantly at minus 7 degrees.
Yeah. I was glad I fixed that. It's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, for me it doesn't matter because I'm always hosting, but for you as a client, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because like the temperature bar down the bottom left was going up and down when I was getting closer and further away from the fireplaces. So the temperature bar itself was working, but it wasn't reflected in the top in the top right corner because the temperature consistently read minus 7 degrees.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter where I was. Which the upside of that was I didn't suffer frostbite in the Arctic at night.
Yeah.
So glad they fixed that.
Oh, definitely.
Next, if you please.
Fixed weight stats being visible on EnviroSuit loadout selection UI. Stats can now be flagged to be hidden in various UI elements via the dstats table. Weight stats being visible, I don't recall that, but then actually on my loadout I never look at any weight stats anyway, so.
Okay.
Added source file changes related to previous user interface stat hiding changes. Yeah, if you want to change, you need to change it in the source files. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Added
Otherwise,
additional, yeah.
I was just going to say, otherwise your links are not going to work.
Yeah. Added additional logging for failure to create Unreal session error 005. Especially helpful for people who are suffering from that error. More logging means a better chance of finding the issue and fixing the issue. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Removed some caching of text from the chat box. It was causing messages to not show correctly. Yeah, if you're relying on the chat box for communicating with your team members, you definitely want all the messages to show.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, you and I have been, like any multiplayer game I've played, it's always been communication via microphone because it's way
It's so
more
much
instant.
faster.
Yeah, it's so much faster, and you're so much less likely to get killed by whatever when you try to type a message to your buddies.
Yeah, but then again, if you join a random mission, a random other person, you don't have the person on Discord, or you have no other way of audio communication, and yeah, then you have to rely on chat.
Yeah.
And then you definitely want all messages to pop up there.
Yeah. Michael says, I've never used the chat box. Didn't know there was one.
Press enter and you'll see the chat box.
Yeah, I've done that. I've seen it come up, but I've never used it.
Actually, if you play in multiplayer, as soon as another player joins, the chat box pops up and it says this other player joined.
Yeah.
If you only play solo, I can understand that you never noticed the chat box. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I do have one question for Jake if he's still here. There's a key. It's the tilde key, right? I go to hit the escape button and I'll accidentally hit the tilde key. Now, previously it didn't do anything, and now it brings up a whole heap of text. What's that all about? I don't get that.
Actually, there is in a ton of games the tilde key opens up this menu.
I've never had it until one of the recent updates, and it was like it's.
Here's the thing. Tilde is one of the keys which, depending on your keyboard's layout, no, not layout, language. English versus English US, for example. Some languages, the tilde immediately pops up. The same with the quote and a couple of other characters. And in some languages, it only pops up, or it only appears after you press, for example, the escape or the same key again. So it might be that one of the Windows updates kinda messed around a bit with your keyboard settings.
Well, actually, Jake's just typed in right. We added that a few months ago. It's a log console for players. Basically, we do some logging there if things go wrong. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
it's fine. I'll rebind it. It's cool.
Like I said, the tilde key is used in a ton of games, all for this specific function.
Yeah, but but I noticed the difference because it comes up now when I'm streaming and it annoys the hell out of me. It really does. Because I'm trying to.
There's a very simple solution, Echo. Don't hit the tilde key.
Well, I try not to, but I'm not. I am not a touch typist, so I do not know the keyboard like touch typists do.
Just remove the tilde key from your keyboard.
I think what I'll just rebind it. It's fine. It's cool. It'll be fine.
Just take out the tilde key.
Fine. It's cool. I'll be fine. Where's my mouse? There we go. Removed some caching with displayed weight on the encumbrance bar on the HUD as it was showing old values until animating out.
Yeah, I've seen this before where I'm like, okay, I picked up stuff and I'm walking fine, and all of a sudden I get over encumbered.
You had that.
I picked it up like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, you've had that the other day. Yeah, yesterday. Because you were like suddenly, oh wait a minute, what happened? I'm over encumbered.
Yeah.
I'm under tall and I don't know why. What happened?
Yeah, like, okay, I can. So thinking back, what happened, and then reasoning back, okay, I did pick up some other stuff, which at that point didn't put my weight over the limit, but now all of a sudden, after I've walked a bit again, it did. So now I have to drop stuff.
Yeah.
It's a tad annoying if you don't immediately notice it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I fixed it.
Good. Fixed picking up a partial stack of items, not triggering an inventory weight recalculation.
Yeah, again, I'm glad it will now instantly trigger the recalculation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know the moment I pick it up, I know I'm over encumbered, and not only like 5 minutes afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Fixed issue with pickup animation not selecting the right animation to play in certain situations.
Well,
Glad
was
they
it playing the
fixed
left?
that.
Was it playing the left animation?
I'm suddenly ambidextrous. Picking up items with both hands empty will now randomly select a hand to play the pickup animation with.
To play the right pickup animation with?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway. So, okay, one time you pick it up with your left hand, the other time with your right hand. Oh, sure, why not?
Yeah. Or maybe you could skin with either hand.
No, it's about picking up items, not performing actions.
Oh, yeah.
Although
True.
one could
Okay.
say picking up an item is an action, but
Yeah.
a tool-based action, let's put it that way.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
The atmosphere names are now ftext instead of fname, so they can be localized. Good. Put some more bulletproofing around context interaction and entering leaving photo mode. Okay.
Bulletproofing as in monkey proofing. Not that not that you are all of a sudden bulletproof when you're interacting with a photo. I mean, we can test it.
Oh yeah, that would be
You
good.
you interact with a picture and I'll shoot you in the back, and then I
Uh,
revive you, and then I get my accolades. So we can test multiple things in once.
Yeah, I will if you will.
Oh, I'll get those accolades. Don't worry.
Oh, I know you will. Upping map level clamp to 60 in rich presence. Yeah.
Again, rich presence we actually never use. Is this where is something where you can say you need to be level X in order to join? I don't know. What else? But then again, upping the map level climb to 60. Yep, characters can be level 60 now, so makes sense.
Yeah. Removed spoilage from pickled freshwater fillets.
Completely removed, eh? Pickled stuff spoils slower.
No.
Oh no, it's salted. Salted, yeah. Pickled is put it in a jar. Yeah.
Yeah. Pickled doesn't spoil. Pickled carrots don't spoil.
Pickles spoil, though slowly.
Yeah, but if pickled carrots don't spoil, then it would make sense that pickled freshwater fillets wouldn't either.
Get yourself a jar of pickled eggs and leave it for a couple of years in a cupboard. I bet you they'll spoil. But yeah. Anyway, it's more in line with the rest, like the jam and the pickled carrots and stuff.
And the
no
wine.
spoilage.
Yeah.
Good. Time remaining for resources. Biofuel, war, oxygen will now display correctly in the fuel inventory, just like when burning wood in the campfire. Especially for the biofuel, yeah. Nice if you can see, like, hey, when do I have to swap out the biofuel can?
Yeah.
Yay for the spoiling of the pickled eggs. Only one way to find out. Yep.
Yeah, I don't eat pickled eggs, but hey ho.
So you leave them in the cupboard.
Yeah, forever.
Until they're spoiled. For science! Fix a crash caused by the chat box once the message moves beyond the top of the window. So like, stop typing in chat because the game will crash. Oh, it crashed already.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, eh?
Yeah. And that's kind of like restored some caching to chat messages
Yeah, some, not all.
to fix the the crash caused by the chat box once messages moved to the top of the window.
Well, a couple of bullet points above they said removed caching. And now they restored some of the caching.
Yeah. Fixed mammoth carcass fur not being cleaned up properly. Okay.
And
Thank you.
also fixed the mammoth carcass not using the correct carcass mesh. Yeah, it's been a while since we killed a mammoth. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll have to maybe just kill one to find out.
Dampened physics setup for the mammoth's trunk. So I can't hit you on the head with it anymore. Ah.
Dampen physics setup for mammoth's trunk. You get a kill shot at the top of the mammoth's trunk. Reduce that maybe?
I don't know. Physics setup, so
yeah, Jake says only one way to find out.
Yeah, that was when we were talking about the pickled eggs.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Alright. Now
the
we
fixes.
move on to future contents. This is where we skip through and find all the interesting stuff.
Don't start talking about the typo fixes, Echo. Just saying.
What, this here?
Adding Broodling flinch audio. Cool.
Yeah. There we go. First pass for the landmine. Looking forward to testing that out. Aren't you, Corny?
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna test it out.
You're gonna absolutely bomb the path
I'll
from
bomb the heck out of
door
everything.
to the gate, knowing that I automatically go through the gate instead of up and over.
Exactly.
Just so that you can see how many tiny little pieces you can blow me into.
Yeah, like after how many landmines I can't revive you anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Echo? She's over there, she's over there, she's up there.
Yeah, she's spread out over 3 biomes.
Yeah.
Anyway, landmine will no longer auto-trigger when creatures enters proximity if player is within proximity. Okay. So if you wanna lure an animal into a landmine, you'll have to take enough distance, otherwise the landmine won't trigger. Okay.
Yeah, so in other words, we can bunny hop over it.
But you have to have enough distance from the animal, otherwise the landmine won't trigger because you're still too close.
Yeah. Okay.
Normie horsey static meshes have been deleted again. I mean, they added variants 2 and 3, but they deleted it first. Okay, maybe shouldn't it be updated then? I don't know. Or skeleton meshes only. No.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll have so deleted the static meshes, but added skeletal meshes. So we'll have skeletal normie horses. Skelly scorps, skelly horses. Cool.
Sweet.
Well, now all we need to have is the option of keeping your helmet under your arm and swing a flail when riding the skelly horse. 4 people of us together.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Might be some Halloween event.
Yeah. I was looking at the fact that we've got art assets updated for the Jaguar Cougar Snow Leopard rugs.
Cool, rugs are gonna be in the game. Yay.
Yay. Always makes a place nice and warm. But above that, we've got aligned Prometheus prefab cape entrances to ensure the player overlap modifiers happen at the same time. Glad they fixed that.
Added that. Yeah, that aligned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Even kijken. Let's see. What's more interesting stuff? Updating logic of lava flies to play on event begin play, and stop on detonation. Ah, lava fly is gonna explode. Kamikaze attacks.
Don't forget they can. Can't they spit? Stingers,
Bomber attack.
bomber
Lava
attack,
flies.
stop and detonation. Okay.
Remove hack to stop audio when destroyed. Yeah, remove the hacks. Good. Adding lava flyer death and flinch audio event. I'm getting a tad curious about this lava flyer, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we get a heavy obsidian armor.
For male and female.
Yeah.
Good.
A new armor type. Nice. Heavy
Yeah.
obsidian armor.
I don't think my female would be too comfy in a male's heavy obsidian armor.
I don't know.
Well, how would you feel wearing the female set?
I don't know. Never tried.
As Jake says, only one way to find out.
Exactly. So if I craft an armor set, you can't put it on.
Yeah.
Now if you craft an armor set, I can put it on.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? You can wear the bottom half of the man's armor, and I can wear the top half of the female armor. The other way around might be that more of an issue. But
you know, we'll just call it the mix and match armor.
exactly.
Alrighty, moving swiftly on. Where are we going now?
Increase the size of the bear rug. And it just says shape. Size matters. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep telling you this, but you're not
Yeah.
listening.
Oh, we also get a separate polar bear rug.
Cool.
Nice.
Including head and all, teeth and all.
Would be nice.
Yeah. There's more about the brambles there and there.
Desert wolf rug. Desert wolf, ain't that a hyena? If so, why wouldn't they set hyena rug? Or are we gonna get a new animal, desert wolf? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Update world generation to enable bespoke caves in Prometheus.
Yeah, special case.
Cool.
You know how caves in Prometheus and in Styx, like there are a couple of caves which are spread out multiple times throughout the map.
Yeah.
Prometheus apparently is gonna have some bespoke case, some special case. Only one instance of that cave.
Okay.
Kind of ties in with things like Moe's Cave, you know?
Yeah.
Why would you call it Moe's Cave if it exists like 10 times throughout the map? So, yeah.
Yeah. This one intrigued me. Creating new needler attack vocal for ballistic whip so it can be controlled more. Also adjustments to tail whip volume based on amount being played to stop sounds being too much when multiple needlers are spawned. That
Ballistic
just
whip.
sounds like a shitstorm to me.
Nah. we know the needler attack. They're gonna like throw needles, right?
Yeah, from the tail.
Apparently, in a ballistic arch
Right.
is a ballistic whip,
Okay.
tail whip volume. So they whip the tail and they basically shoot the needles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you have multiple needlers spawning in and they all do the tail whip at the same time, yeah, I could understand how the audio can become a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, wouldn't want that play. I mean, I'm deaf, but that would be loud.
Rescaled the prom image to Prisoner of War 2.
Sorry,
Interesting
but
choice of words. The bullet point above, needler.
ah,
Prom image to Prisoner of War. Anyway, nice choice of words.
Prometheus image.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, remove vehicle scale reference. Yeah, indeed. We're gonna get vehicles? Yay.
As indexing was getting stuck on it and we had no need for it. Cool.
So no vehicle scale and no vehicles. Because they removed the vehicle scale reference because we have no need for it.
Yet.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Wait and wait and wait.
We're gonna get a deer rug. And again, for a deer rug
Again,
mesh.
the desert wolf.
Cougar,
Snow wolf rug,
yeah.
alpha wolf rug, conifer wolf rug. So this is definitely multiple versions of the wolf rug. Desert, snow, alpha, conifer.
Improved collision to alien bone fossil meshes.
Prometheus is supposed to be like between terraformed and alien, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the more alien animals like the needler and the lava flyer and stuff.
Okay. What do we got next?
The let's assume first pass of the iron kit assets, as well as a test of the iron walls. So we also get iron buildables. Interesting. I wonder where that will fit in the building tree, actually. It's me again. Welcome, by the way. It says, if you want to find out a little more on the direction of Icarus, Forza had an interview recently. I'll have a look. It's me again. And Jake, have to go. Nice to talk to y'all. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for being here, Jake.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Or night,
be safe.
whatever.
Be cool. And remember, it's a dangerous world out there. Take care of yourselves, pal.
The interview with you.
Me. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Looking
So
forward to that.
I'll have a look. Would be nice, Jake. Would be nice.
Alrighty, you take care. Have a good day. Be safe. Where are we going now? We've got Arctic prefab caves. Where
Like I said, I wonder where the
macro cliffs.
I wonder where the iron building pieces will fit in the whole building tree then. Like currently you have thatch and then wood and then stone and then concrete. Aluminum being somewhere in the middle with more storm resistance but worse temperature insulation.
Well, maybe before even that, like immediately after wood, because iron is prolific. It's easy to mine. And
I don't know. It's like a better version of aluminum with less storm damage. Still with the terrible heat insulation.
Cheaper to build.
No, I'd say more storm resistance, but still as bad temperature insulation as aluminum.
Possibly. Alrighty.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Anything else?
I think we've had it.
Oh, there we go. Fix issue with Predator Bird idle audio sounds cutting off abruptly when crossing over various distant thresholds.
So no gradually cut off, but abruptly cut off. I
Yeah,
could have fixed that.
yeah.
But we
That's
still
good.
don't know what the predator bird is going to be.
No.
Only
I'm
one way to find out.
Yeah. I'm still thinking that my brain's still going along with a pterodactyl here. That would be
I don't
so
know.
cool.
I don't know. Maybe it's a terror bird.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, that is us at the end of the update, and we didn't need 2 comments to do it.
Nope. Still, it took us over 2.5 hours, but hey.
Yeah, but we had slightly more to discuss, what with the it being the Galileo update and stuff,
Exactly.
So we covered that in just probably a little bit more detail. And there weren't quite as many future content things today as there have been in recent weeks.
True.
Because we have
A
the
lot of
content
the
they were
future
talking about.
content. Yeah,
Yeah, we
was
have.
Galileo.
Yeah, exactly. We now have the content they were talking about. So, watch your eyes, folks. I'm going to scroll back up. There we go. Yeah, 2 hours and 40 minutes to cover today's topics. It's all been worth it. Really looking forward to getting a better look at these achievements that I have yet to get,
Oh yeah.
and checking out my trading cards a little bit closer. Like literally, I'm going to open it on my other screen, which is right next to me. So achievements and trading cards. We've got the best Jerry to fill out. I'm looking forward to that too. We have the aquariums and the fishing rods. Actually, sea catching that fish, it's not as easy as it looks, by the way. I mean, even once I had a hang of it, I still struggled. So it felt like a proper fight, you know what I mean? And I was really chuffed to actually catch the first fish that I actually hooked on the hook. So that was pretty good. I was lucky, beginner's luck.
It's just some getting used to, but then it's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't take us long to get used to things nowadays in Icarus. It's all part of the charm.
Exactly.
And that's why we play it so much. So, that being said, I'd like to thank everybody who joined us tonight, anybody who was lurking, and all who participated in the chat, who are, if you will, please, Cornet.
Who are Michael, Froggy, Jake. It's me again.
Fantastic. Thanks very much for being here, guys and gal. It's been an absolute pleasure. We will be back next week.
We will be back in a bit.
Yeah, we'll be back in a bit for the subsequent gameplay. Sorry. We are in the middle of a mission, I believe. Yeah.
Encroachment.
Yes, that's right. And so we will catch you soon. We will be back at 1:15.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Can do.
I need to grab a quick something to eat. I need a bio break and something to drink. And so we will be back.
Yeah. By the way, the decorations pack is now in Steam.
Okay. Good. Yeah, so we will be back at 1:15 for the next instalment of the encroachment mission. Until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
And we will see you at 1:15. And remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.